Hey gang, it's your Big Shave Best champion Ken here, Ken Shaving BSing, just to deliver a little message. So, as a lot of you know who watched videos the last 3, 4 days, I was under a lot of stress, right? The government shutdown was weighing on me because it affects my income. I am a civil servant for the Air Force. And I had no intent of coming off like that I'm anti-immigrant or anything like that. I just didn't like the idea of hundreds of thousands of federal workers like myself being held hostage with their paycheck. And so if I came off in a way and it was reflected by a guy who stated his case and unsubscribed from my channel, and I'm sorry he did, he's a good guy. I won't say who, but you can check the comments a couple videos ago. It's my fault for not communicating that, probably in a way that some of you may or may not have understood. If you did, great. If you didn't and you think I'm somehow racist or, have, a very, very conservative hardcore slant, that's kind of where you're wrong. See, I grew up here in San Antonio. I married a Latina. I've been out with a number of Latinas. I can't say I dated anyone who was, black or Asian, but that's just because I haven't had an opportunity to present itself to a person I'd like, because I treat everyone as an individual. I just was under a lot of stress, and my reaction to it was poorly communicated and came out because of the fear of, my income being affected, and not from any political stance, right, left, or otherwise. It's just not fair that certain people take positions and other people have to suffer directly when they're not related subjects at all. And that was my only point. And so I wanted to say, for those who didn't see in the shave market with my post, that I'm going to do a lot better about not having to talk about these topics. I think it's important because I've had a few folks reflect that maybe it's not as good an idea. And while sometimes it's venting, sometimes it's chatting, it does take away from the shave experience. And I don't want to do that because I enjoy it as much as many of you, or most of you do, that watch YouTube videos. And I'd hate to be, while I don't mind being silly, and some of you find me entertaining, some of you find me a big dork. I don't mind any of that. I'm perfectly fine being goofy as all heck, but I don't want to be misconstrued for being an asshole. And some of you have met me, and I try to be very personable, and I hope that I've reflected that based on what I've seen back with a lot of kind comments and meeting many of you at a couple meetups and just chatting online. But I have a real problem being misunderstood, and I just want to clarify that it was more out of fear, not because I'm anti-immigrant or I've got a hardcore leaning to the right or whatever. It's just my personal apprehension, fear, concern about why the government would want to mess with all these people with unrelated subjects. So I'm going to apologize to whoever sees this and thinking I was, being a racist, and if you had family that were immigrants and came here and worked hard and did all the right things, I salute you, absolutely, because a lot of our families did, in a way. I know mine were here a lot longer than others, but I'm sure at one time they were immigrants, and I'm not saying there's a right and a wrong way to do it. I'm just saying that, and I didn't say, I don't recall saying if they were all bad people, yada yada. I just was more upset about they were messing with my paycheck, and it created a lot of fear because I've been through it before. So with that, we're going to focus more on shaving, having a good time. We'll chit-chat about other BS that isn't so heavy, and I just want to let y'all know that, and I will do my best, and if I slip up, hold me accountable. You're a good viewing audience, and I appreciate it. Channel's grown some. We're over 750 viewers now, and it's because of you and people, new wet shavers coming in. So if you go back to my videos when I've been a total idiot, and then when I've been better, after I started losing weight and all, I put a little bit back on. Not a lot, but I'm working on it again, take it off. It's just, this weekend was really stressful, and I apologize if anyone else took it in a way that I didn't intend to, because that was not my intent. My intent was wrong. If you, your offense is noted, and I don't want to discount that. So whatever my words were, I apologize if they cause offense, because that was not my intent. So I'll apologize for my words, because I can't fix how anyone listens to them. If they were offended, they were offended. If you got my intention, great. But otherwise, we'll get away from this, and you all have a great evening, and I will see you back for the next shave. I'm breaking out some old school LTV from Katie's. This is the older formula. I still got a lot to use in it. It's actually firmed up a little. And we're going to bring out the old Merkur 34C, and we're going to have a great shave for Thursday. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being good brothers and good sisters. I apologize for those offended by my words. And thanks, and keep watching. I appreciate it. Have a good night.